Hey everybody, this is Paper Tree. These are a couple of tips that I wish I knew when I first started playing New World. Number one, go to your Covenant Leader's Armory, or where they buy things, and buy a minor Rune of Holding. Then you're going to want to run down to the outfitting station. When you get to the outfitting station, you can use that Rune of Holding to actually make a very early on 100 slot bag. Encumbrance is key. It allows you to carry more stuff early on in this game. So just scroll down there. It's rank 1. You can make it immediately. All you need is 1,000 points from your faction to buy that Rune of Holding and a couple other materials. And you might get some good perks on it as well. I would recommend doing this as soon as you possibly can. Number 2, food is extremely overpowered in this game. It can give you a bunch of excess stats. You can min-max gear at a higher level with certain food. Also gives you luck, which that luck will allow you to get rare materials when you're harvesting and gathering. Level up your food early, level up your food often, and make sure you look at the various recipes you can get because it is extremely overpowered in this game. Number 3, when you are looking at your inventory, always be careful of what your encumbrance rating is at. Something that many people didn't know, same people in my own crew, your encumbrance rating makes the amount of Azoth required to travel increase. So it's both your encumbrance and distance. So as you can see, I'm adding on a bunch of excess stuff from my storage shed to my bag, and it almost triples the amount of Azoth needed to travel. Look out for that. Number 4, the easiest way to level up your workshop that I found was to make bullets and bows. And it's very important to level it up so you get better harvesting materials. Get your harvesting materials and your harvesting items early and upgrade them as soon as you possibly can. They will almost double, triple, quadruple, and more your gathering speed, as well as give you more perks. And some of those perks can include harvesting Azoth, as well as having a higher luck rating to get those rare materials that you need to make the better gear. So make sure that you level up your workshop as early as you can and get those harvesting tools up at least to steel or iron the moment you're able to craft them. And again, the best way I found it was to just make treated wood bows. The next one is your stats actually give you bonuses, not just in combat, which a lot of people think, but they give you out of combat bonuses such as increased skinning speed, increased running speed, increased recovery from pots and food. Take a look at your stats and make sure that you're kind of balancing them out. But as well as if you want to respec, it's really cheap to respec. So even if you wanted to respec to target farm different things, look at what the stats do when you're respecing and you're planning out your targeted farming. Just take a quick look and you'll see some crazy stuff. The next thing is if you crouch, you actually go into stealth mode. So if you look what I do here, I just kind of run in and he aggroes. I'm going to run away so he de-aggroes, and then I'm going to come back. If you crouch down or if you go into your belly crawl, you actually are stealthy and you can avoid pulling aggro, and you can avoid certain mobs by doing this and get to the chest in the back or prevent overpulling. So you see, I actually go right up next to him again, and I can just sit there all I want as long as I'm crouched down, and he's not going to aggro. It's a pretty cool mechanic. The next one is a small thing. When you're running around doing foresting and logging, pick up nuts. I know this is a wild thing to say, but as I said before earlier, food is extremely overpowered, and nuts are a key ingredient that they don't really tell you about. The last thing, well, I guess one of the last things to do is get a website that shows you where everything is located and plan your routes around them. I'll link this one that I use below in the actual description box, but use one of these websites to help you find where these resources are and more. They're extremely useful, and I always plan my travel around to different things based on this website, so I know where to go and where to head out from there. Really good website to use. Have a second monitor up or tab in and out all the time. And then the last thing I have is if your faction owns multiple areas, you can go to your storage shed in any of the areas that your faction owns. You can pull out items for a nominal fee. It's pretty inexpensive. All you do is you just drag and pull it. As long as you have faction owns it, you can pull it out. Really nice. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, hit me up on Twitch. I stream live all the time. Have a great one, y'all. Good day.